Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Rob Wheel, and I am an author, game designer, and professional nerd. And tonight, I am the host of Theater of the Mind Players, your friendly local actual play series. On Theater of the Mind Players, we play all of the great RPGs besides Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons is a foundational part of role-playing game history, but there is a vast world of excellent RPGs out there, and we hope that by watching our show, you take a step outside of the Dungeons and Dragons comfort zone to check out some of the other great games that are here to play. And tonight we are starting our first series of 2021, and it is a continuation of not one but two pilots that we did in 2020. And it is the game Cyberpunk Red. Cyberpunk Red is the bridge game in between the classic tabletop RPG Cyberpunk 2020 and the massive video game version Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk Red takes place in between the classic tabletop RPG Cyberpunk 2020 and the massive video game release Cyberpunk 2077. It takes place in about 2045 for those of you who are interested in the temporal aspect of it. But what's most important to us is that it is a game of high tech and low life as the clash between mega corporations who rule the world from atop massive glass towers and the punks scrabbling on the street trying to do their best to live their lives from day to day. And that's who our crew is made up of. We've got 5 players here tonight, and what we're going to do now is we're going to have each of our players go around, introduce themselves, introduce their character, and what should our getting to know you bit be here?
Don't put us on the spot, Rob.
About you.
Yeah.
Favorite David Bowie album?
Oh, no, let's do it this way, because we do have 2 episodes to draw on. What was your favorite moment from one of our earlier pilot episodes of Cyberpunk Red, excuse me? Like whether it was one of your own personal moments or one of the moments that you saw somebody else have. Either way, it looks like Ethan is being pushed out in front here, so we're going to start with him.
Hi, I'm Ethan Eichstedt Anderson, he, him, and I'm playing a nomad called Boost McCoy. My favorite part from Cyberpunk earlier was, I think, how long it took most of us to get the max profit joke. It was extremely obvious, yet still half of us didn't get it included until like 20 minutes later.
I think I got it right away. I think.
Well, Sarah, you always seem to get stuff kind of quietly, and then everyone is like, "Hey, what?" And you're like, "I laughed about this already, guys. Come on." All right, let's go. Thank you, Ethan. Let's go to our next mind player.
Hello, I'm Tony Cheek. I am playing a rocker boy by the name of Jack Pulse. And my favorite moment from one of our last episodes was probably the moment when Ethan cut some dude's arm off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was some carnage, and I'm sure that person will not return in any sort of angry way in this.
Never.
Let's go to our third mind player.
Hello, I am Tawny P. Thompson, she, hers, please. And I am... Oh, go ahead.
He, him.
Tony
Tony.
uses he, him, please.
I'm he, him.
And I will be playing Winger, our solo, and the twin of Stux, who you'll meet in a minute. And I think my favorite part from our other sessions I just really enjoyed the night market. I thought it was a really cool bit, and the gang there was like the Velvet Valkyries were fun to mess with, and everything went horribly awry, and we rolled terribly, and it was fun. So,
I mean, that is,
and they hated us.
The heart of Cyberpunk is here's our plan. Our plan does not work. I just so let's go to our next mind player.
Hi, everybody. I am Jordan Fishburne, she, her. I am playing Amaretto's son, a fixer joining in for the crew. I would have to say I agree with Tawny that the night market was my favorite part of the last episode that we had going for Cyberpunk Red. Boost just sort of really wanting to drive his car through the crowd. That entire conversation made me laugh. And I was like, do it. But,
well, especially now that we've played the game and we know the consequences.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the fun stuff like that. Yeah, that was my favorite part.
Okay. Let's go to, what's in, so one of the things that I see, I'm revealing here, for that's a pro tip, is as a game master, you should, if you do something like this, and you should, because I think that recalling the previous session is very important in organically helping people remember the important stuff that you want to roll forward. You should also be paying attention to what their favorite scenes are, because the fact that so many people have been like, I really like that night market, that's a clue that you as a game master should probably bring
never
that
do
back.
it again.
Great.
Let us take it over.
So they
All right.
appreciate it better.
So let's go to our final mind player, please.
Hello, I am Sarah Babe, she, her, they, them, please, and I am playing Winger's twin, Stux, and who have totally cool normal names. Super cool, totally normal names. And
Start guessing, Twitter.
Yeah, bring it on. I think my favorite part was when we got to the mansion that we were breaking into, and we decided that Elvis's chair was like a no-go, and like we burnt it or something. We're just like, nah, forget Elvis. That's just wrong.
Well, I really like the fact that you guys, we were there originally to get Johnny Silverhand's guitar, and then when you saw John Lennon's Murder Piano, they're like, oh, and that one, we're taking that one too.
Yeah, that was super fun, because I had a very specific mansion in Milwaukee in mind that we were breaking into that is made of all glass and happens to be on the lakefront, is for sale for like $2.3 million and used to be owned by an olive.
Oh, I've seen that one.
I know, it's crazy. The listing's nuts. Anyway, so that was like super fun for me because I was thinking of that specific house. So yeah, I like that.
Well, hopefully we'll be breaking into more mansions as we play here during this particular series.
Break into all the mansions.
All the mansions.
My pronouns are he, him, and I just want to make sure that we all got around and did those. Speaking of the mansion and the John Lennon piano from our last session, that's actually something of a plot point that is going to propel us forward, because we open tonight in Night City in a seaside bar called the Neon Parrot. Imagine a blend of sort of the tiki bar aesthetic with the dingy, cyberpunk look. So like, people wearing Hawaiian shirts with, obvious cyber limbs and giant fishbowl fruity drinks with all sorts of weird like not just like garnishes, but also maybe some like anime characters and things like that, kind of clinging to the side of the bowl, because this is where Amaretto's son has called a meeting. The other punks, Winger, Stux, Jack, and Boost, are familiar with Amaretto because after your adventure in claiming the Silverhand Gibson and the John Lennon murder piano. You gave the Silverhand Gibson back to your friend Dez because it was his to begin with, but you had this murder piano and you didn't really know what to do with it. And after shopping it around for a bit, Amaretto was the fixer who helped it find a home. So assume that it has been probably a roughly similar space of time, so like a month or 2 months since you were last in contact with Amaretto, and she has called you all together ostensibly for another job. And this is the place that she has decided to set up the meet. So I'm assuming that so the four of you are gathered around a table. Like, I think instead of the sort of wooden tiki aesthetic that a lot of these places have, this place is a little more modern, ramshackle, and it's more built out of like bits and pieces of wreckage of ships and containers in Night City Harbor. So like the table, I think, is probably like a rusted metal chunk of hull that has been dragged and repurposed into into a table that has been minimally cleaned off to allow for people to put their drinks on, and probably a bowl of like soy peanuts in the middle. Once we've set the scene in this particular place, is Amaretto already there, or is she going to make a maybe not dramatic entrance, but or do we want to do some pre-setup banter before we kick this off, or are we already launching as we cut in?
I figured I would be waiting for them when they come on in. So okay. I don't know. Do you guys want to do an entrance, or do you want to open with me welcoming you, or what? Well,
I think having you do the character description and intro is good, and then as people come in, we can kind of do their opening scene. So let's start with you, Amaretto. Describe what your character looks like and what you're doing at the table.
All right. So Amaretto is sitting at not like a little bit off to the side, not quite in the center, but you see a woman sitting with a fishbowl in the center with a bunch of straws in it. But she's dressed in a bit of brighter clothes. She has a really colorful look to her. Her hair, like her actual hair, is like a brighter green and has an undercut with a bright blue color. And she has like a fur coat that she has like hanging over her shoulders comfortably. She's dressed in a bit more shiny, chic kind of look, but not high end, kind of like streetwear, more along those lines. She has really colorful makeup on, very dramatic. I did pink and blue, but the very accentuating on her eyes. She has her hair all pushed to one side so that she has like a earpiece on thing, like decorative on her ear, and a pair of mirror shades that she has clipped in the front of her shirt. But she's just sort of leaning on the table, watching the entrance, waiting for people to come in, like waving at people that she knows that may be going in or out.
All right. And so who is the first person to arrive at the Neon Parrot?
I'll do it. Okay. So Jack Pulse is very David Bowie Thin White Duke inspired. So he has slick back red hair. He has tech hair, but right now it's like a neon red. He also comes from a actual humble sort of past backstory. So he he looks very dapper. He's got really nice clothes. In fact, probably the nicest thing he has is his trench coat, which has a very nice collar to it that actually is protective. It's a piece of armor. But that's actually all part of the Jack Pulse Rocker Boy character, because actually he doesn't have very much money. He's carrying a sword cane and is walking in as though he is royalty, but he knows full well that he's not.
Okay. All right. So who comes in next?
Question for you, Rob. Can we open carry weapons?
In this part of Night City, yes.
Okay.
Generally, you only have to worry about concealment within the city center and the corporate arcologies and things like that.
Okay.
But elsewhere in Night City, at the most, it's probably at this point in it's probably not. It's a crime probably similar to jaywalking in a major city, where unless you do it in front of a NCPD officer. Mm-hmm. Nobody cares. Right.
It's like if you were doing something else illegal while that's happening, that might be a thing.
Yeah. Okay. They might that's going to be, they're going to ladle another fine on top of that.
Okay.
Can I just say, I think Winger and Stux are always late.
Oh yeah. I'll show up next.
Yeah.
Is that why you hang out with them, Boost? Because you're always late, but they're always late. And they do look better by comparison.
I drive half the time, so I show up a little bit late because they're never ready.
just poor Boost sitting there.
Yep. So I'm wearing a wide brim hat with the back folded up. Otherwise, it keeps hitting car seats. A leather duster, and I don't have as much cyberware looking as everyone else. I'm kind of more a traditional dude, if that makes any sense. And I'm carrying my 2 volcanic pistols and just kind of almost like future Western.
Okay,
maybe some Firefly action.
A little bit of Firefly, a little bit of Rhinestone Firefly. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sad that your characters now, you did not come up with the Rhinestone Firefly character name? Because that would be...
Well, then I'd have to be... Drinkenstein, yeah.
Oh, that's the... No, Rhinestone Firefly is just what you call your vehicle.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is good.
I like that. I do like that.
It's your favorite car's name.
So then let's go with the twins to round this out.
I think Winger usually comes in first because I'm probably doing something on a wrist bound interface and being like, yeah, sure. What?
And I think we're just always bickering. Yeah. I'm like, why you always got to make us late, Stux? Why are we always late?
Time is a construct.
Oh my God. So Winger is kind of smaller looking, but she has a presence to her that turns heads. And she's definitely she tries to make it look easy, but she definitely spent 2 hours on her makeup and hair this morning. She's got a purple undershave and tends to wear an armored motorcycle jacket. With the left sleeve is ripped off because she's got a cyber arm. And it's shiny gold, so it definitely turns heads a little bit.
The running gag that we have is that Winger is heavily involved in equipment from the Stall One corporation, which is licensed Sylvester Stallone cyberware and technology. Is that
particular cyber arm is the Golden Balboa?
Right. Is that arm actually modeled after his arm in Rocky? So is it?
Fuck yeah.
No, it's got to be.
And I think
it's got to be modeled after Over to the Top.
I think it's Rocky because then maybe it has a fight mode and it pops out a golden glove. Oh, a golden boxing glove. I've just decided that just now. That's
what I like about Cyberpunk is that it can be very dark and gritty, but it also offers a lot of opportunity for elements of satire and corporate shenanigans and at the same time, if you want to sponsor our shows, Sylvester Stallone, call us. So
hi.
Anyway. So our punks have circled around the table. I imagine.
Stux didn't get hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you were.
It's okay.
I thought you were
bickering.
The ones you.
No, I was just beep booping. I didn't get to actually describe what my character looked like.
What did you beep boopa?
Yeah, beep booping. So I'm beep booping on my So okay. I'm interfacing with whatever I'm interfacing, on my like portable device, and I look like a dead ringer for Winger. That was really fun to say. Except I've got like pigtails with like pink streaks of hair in it. She is specifically dressed, made up like Ziggy Stardust from David Bowie because David Bowie's birthday was yesterday, and she is wearing a DEF CON cutie tactical onesie. So it looks like one of those onesies that has like a unicorn hood to it. And it's like a cool galaxy color and everything. So she just basically looks cute.
Well, I like that Winger is trying to kind of walk the line between like glam and tough, and you're just like la 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 la.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is comfy. If I'm gonna sit in like in front of a computer for hours on end, I'm gonna wear something that's comfy. It just happens to be really adorable too. And she's got like, you can see just like little bits of like cyberware all over her. And she's probably wearing like super thick platform sneakers that have like little stars out the heels and stuff. I kind of think like almost Harajuku girl.
Okay.
Almost.
Nice.
Maybe.
So the punks gather around the table, which is made out of, I think, like an old piece of rudder. And Amaretto takes drinks orders and gets down to business.
Hello, everybody. I hope you've been having a great month. I've heard from a couple of you, but how's it been going? Keeping lively?
That all depends on who you've heard from and who you haven't.
Well, I hear from a lot of people, so I'm going to go for a yeah on that one, okay?
Well, no, I mean, you just said that you've heard from some of us, and if I've already updated you on what's going on with me, I don't want to be redundant and update you again.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm guessing Jack is not your favorite person to have talked at, so we're good.
Good. I'm glad. Thank you so much for clarifying. Anyways, do you guys want to get down to business, or is there anything else you wanted to chat about? Have you gotten the latest flash paper? Like, what's...
Did you get that video I sent you with the dog?
I did. It was very cute.
Did you? Okay, good. I'm glad you liked it.
Thank you. I love when they add like a little bit of glitter and like sparkles into like a poodle. It just like really spices it up.
Oh, the glitter poodle video. Yeah.
The scoodle.
The scoodle, exactly.
The gloodle. The gloodle. Yeah. I mean, everybody is like, oh, it's a designer dog. And I'm like, it's just a mutt. But it's still cute.
I wouldn't have gone with gloodle personally. It just reminds me of something else. But you know,
glittle or like glittle makes it sound like it's, you know, some sort of
glittle would be perfect if they also did miniature poodles.
No mini glittles.
Little glitter poodle.
This is how we end up doing a gloodle heist later in the season.
Yeah.
Like I can't not put Chekhov's gloodle on the wall and take it down later in the thing. So okay.
So now that we've glued that thing, you know, the glitter poodle, that thing. Now that we've done that whole
poor Brad is like, what do I even cut? I don't even know. Anyway,
so the reason that I called you guys here, because I know you're dying to know, is I was trying to find somebody and I just thought, the best group that I can think of to help me out with this would be you. So I really need your assistance in finding somebody that's gone missing.
Aww.
Yeah.
Loretta
So
Sour,
it's a
you're so
rescue
sweet.
job, not a flatline job.
We have bad luck with
What booze?
It's a rescue job and not a flatline job.
We're not zeroing anybody that I know about, at least. One of my colleagues, you might have heard me talk about her before, Cricket. She runs in the fixing game with me. She's been missing or no contact for 48 hours, which is not like her. She hasn't really been answering her agent. She's not responding to anything I send her way. And I am very chatty, so you know that there's been a lot of opportunity for her to respond. And I was hoping to have a little bit of assistance in tracking her down.
Maybe she went on one of those tech where you do tech detox retreats.
That sounds like hell for you.
Oh yeah, no, they're awful. I think they're a cult.
I wouldn't say that's not possible at all, but she's almost married to her agent, so unlikely without a heads up.
What's her last known location?
Unsure, but I thought we might start at her houseboat. We're so conveniently located nearby, after all.
Ooh, houseboat.
Stutz, do you remember the last time we were on a boat?
No.
Never mind, you'll remember real quick. Don't worry about it.
Anyways, I mean, it's her personal residence. She lives in and out of this. It's, probably a little booby trap to get in and out, but that's what I have you guys for, right? So,
booby trap.
Tell me about the booby traps.
Booby trap, schmooby trap. We got it.
Yeah.
What kind of booby traps? What are we talking here?
Well, I mean, if she let me know, they wouldn't be very good traps. So,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's not like the boots is like, yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah.
So what do you say? Are you guys in?
Maybe.
I mean, you got the Eddies, or
Now, would I reach out to you without the ability to compensate you for your work?
I mean, you never know. It does happen. We've been there where, you forget to ask, you think it's like an unspoken agreement, and then you finish the job, and then they're like, well, thanks for that. That was very cool of you. So
And then you'll end up with like 5 gloodle puppies and you don't know what to do with them.
So let me pause this action for a second, because this is another interesting GM thing that I want to talk about here. One of the challenges when you set up an objective based plot line like this is the inevitable negotiation scene, where since time immemorial, it's difficult to judge how much, how much is getting out of bed worth to these characters. And it's always interesting to me when you read a pre-scripted adventure that especially ones that are from years ago, where it's very much like, if they don't agree to it, and there's always word count devoted to that, and it's kind of like, what if they don't, like, why would they not agree to it? Like,
the idea is to do the thing.
Yeah,
right?
like I understand that this is a simulation of free will, but it's also like saying, it's also like an episode of Star Trek opening up with Captain, we're being hailed by Starfleet, and him being like, yeah, send it to voicemail. There are two ways to do this. Or there are a few ways to do this. One is to make sure that you have a personal hook in the story. And the other is to, because like I find that one is the most useful because if you leave it to the other one, which is you get 10,000 space bucks, that it's hard to judge that because money is often a secondary experience track. So that said, who wants to have a personal stake in finding Cricket Racine? My personal choice is based on the interactions with Amaretto. I would aim towards one of the players who has been most quiet. So I'd probably go with probably Tony because your character really hasn't said anything here. So what in your history with Cricket Racine would make you want to find her?
Honestly, do you have some suggestions? Because I'm blanking.
Well, I feel like because your story is connected to kind of your rise as a rocker boy and your fall back to these hard times, and that your forward story is sort of you rebuilding yourself. I feel like that it would make most sense to me if she was connected somehow to during your rise, like she maybe did something for you or helped you out.
Okay.
And if you want, like, what sort of detail do you want to go to there?
Could be that she helped with getting us gigs. Could be that she helped us get the actual equipment, like
Did
instruments.
She run your first fan club?
She could very well run my first fan club.
I like the idea that she helped with your equipment, and maybe there's a specific element, like maybe there was a time where you played a gig and something bad happened and you were going to lose your gear, and she was able to step in and save it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's all we need to deal with right now, because that, at the very least, that gives you a personal stake in accepting this mission. Sometimes you want to do this stuff ahead of time. If you have a strong idea in the beginning, to get people to push forward. Other times, in cases like this, I wanted to sort of take a survey to see how many people were already interacting with the plot line, and that way you can direct a little energy towards the people who haven't quite pulled onto it yet, and reel them in a little bit. So, jump in. Act. Do the thingy.
You guys, I'll make sure this is worth it for you.
All right, that's all I needed to know. I mean, personally,
you guys
From
all
my
in?
Yeah.
Yes, I am actually.
And Booth,
that sounded hesitant.
It's none of your business, Swinger. I'm in.
Alrighty then, Jack.
What body of water is this houseboat sitting in?
It's in Night City Harbor, which is nearby. Like, not harbor is a, shall we say, broad euphemism. Like, the area that the houseboat is located in is a little more run down, and not like it's maybe 30 years ago it was a marina that like people kept their yachts in, but those folks have moved on, and the facilities have been left to rot and be squatted upon by people of a lower economic caste, much like Cricket and Amaretto.
Yeah, it's just in the harbor. If it was anywhere super fun, I would have let you know about it way sooner, Boost.
Yeah.
May I ask whose turf we're going on?
I don't think anybody claims it in particular, but Cricket usually resides in her own area of influence.
Amaretto, why don't you go ahead actually and give me a local expert roll? Let's fire up some dice rolls here so we can start showing people how to do
The
it.
dice rolls.
Local expert. There it is. Okay.
So local expert goes off of intelligence, I believe.
Yes, it's under our education skills on our
Okay.
character sheets.
Okay, so you're going to take your base rating in local expert plus the attribute that is connected to and roll a d10. If you get you add the d10 if it's 2 through 9. If it's a 10 or better, it pops, pop, and you re-roll another d10 and add it to that. If it is a 1, it depops, yep, and it goes the other way. It goes the other way, and you subtract the
Or
d10.
Bob.
Yeah.
Bob.
So my local expert for Night City is it Night City as a whole, or do I have to choose an area, Rob?
No, I'm
Just to make sure. Okay.
It,
Then I got 8 plus 2 because I got a 2 on my local expert, and my intelligence is 8.
you don't have. So okay, your local. What is your local expert rating?
My local expert is 2, and then my base is 8, so it's plus 10.
All right, plus 10 plus your die roll. Got it.
Yes. And I rolled an 8, so that's a big fat 18.
Okay.
Nice math. Good job.
So
I almost said 16. I saved it.
so
8 and 8. Okay. Okay.
we're this particular marina is under the control of the Tiger Claws, which is a
Rival
Japanese-
of the Bear Claws. Arr.
That's delicious as well as bear claw.
Yeah. But as far as you know, her Cricket Racine and the Tiger Claws have no beef. She, pays them off and
They let her do her biz.
Yeah.
Technically, the marina would be falling under the Tiger Claws, but just not really involved with her disappearance. Probably they have a pretty good. You looked a little bit nervous there, Winger.
I maybe just don't tell them I'm around. That would maybe be for the best. Just
Well,
maybe
maybe
it's fine. It'll be fine. It's fine.
Shiny arm.
Maybe if
But,
you quit talking, they wouldn't hear you.
Maybe if you showed up on time, I would quit talking at you.
I don't have to take this kind of shit from you. I'll tell Mom.
You kind of do though.
Oh, right.
Kids. Okay. We'll just keep it on the DL then as we're going about our biz, okay?
I have a feeling this is going to go great.
You want to tell me how you're going to tell Mom? Tell me how that's going to happen.
Well, it's going to be...
Are you going to write in your journal? You're going to write in your little journal?
Yeah, what? How dare you?
Jack, I recommend optimism.
Are you optimistic, Amaretto?
You gotta go in with a smile. It makes everybody take you underestimatedly.
Smile like an idiot. Great advice. Here we go.
We cut to the slips in the marina, and most of the boats are in various states of repair. Like none of them are tip top. Most of them are very lived in. But this is still. Some of you have been in other parts of the Night City Harbor where like they basically have created a lattice of boats that like there are gangplanks that attach to different things and have sort of expanded temporarily out into the water, whereas this one is still relatively formal where there's a main dock and then slips. And you make your way to the houseboat that Amaretto directs you to, and the houseboat, the name on the back of it is the No-Tell Boatel.
That That's brilliant.
Nice.
As I said,
Nice.
just like Cyberpunk is almost worth it solely for all of the puns that you're encouraged to make.
Yeah.
It's good.
And it definitely has seen better days, but it's probably in better shape than a lot of the other boats that are in this that you've seen as you've walked past. So what do you do? How do you approach?
So,
Smiling, apparently.
I mean, she's got to have some kind of way to turn off the booby trap so she can get herself up in here. So, have you ever seen her do anything like weird to like there's buttons, stucks. Do the thingy with the stuff, with the tech things that you do.
Oh, the thingy with the stuff. You're so good at this.
I try.
So good at this.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to go through the network and just see what's
Okay.
all set up as far as alarms and stuff like that, please.
I was legit lost in what the hell you were talking about.
She knew. We're good.
Yeah, I knew. We're good.
All right. So go ahead and give me a scanner roll, which is your interface skill plus 1d10.
But do it darkly.
Okay. So interface is.
I caught that one, Tawny.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, so interface. So my interface is a 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I roll a d10 and add that?
Yep.
Okay. And the higher, the better.
Yes.
That is an 11.
Okay. So you are able to access the wireless point on the Notel Botel. It's located in the central cabin.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that there are, at least right now, there are 3 levels of network architecture to go down.
Ooh, okay.
So
is that usually pretty hard, or like that level?
That's
standard?
about what you would expect to with this particular kind of setup.
Okay.
Like this isn't an Arasaka Black Vault. This is you're trying to find somebody's Wi-Fi password, basically.
Okay.
What is your process when you interface with a net point here?
I figure, well, you can do it wirelessly, correct? Or
short-term wirelessly, yes.
Okay. Which is we just need short-term, right?
You're right.
Okay. So I'll just basically like click, click, click right in my temple, and like little buttons will kind of like light up or whatever.
Are they like hearts and star buttons? Like
Hearts, stars, and horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's straight up Lucky Charms, like hearts, stars, clovers, horseshoes,
Clovers and blue moons, pots of golds and rainbows.
Yeah.
And the red balloons.
Right. Yeah. With red balloons are dumb. We don't put red balloons.
But there's 99 of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
They also get you into sewers. So no.
So go ahead and give me a backdoor interface move. You're gonna roll your. This one is going to the difficulty value is going to be 10.
Okay.
To basically get into her architecture without any sort of problems.
Okay. And so that's going to be, even though it's backdoor interface, I'm just going to be rolling my interface?
Correct. Basically, there's a suite of... So your skill is still going to be what is at the center of this, but there are a suite of actions that you can take that allow you to do cool hacker stuff.
Okay. I only got an 8, unfortunately.
Okay.
Can I use luck to make that better?
You may use luck. Everybody has a luck stat that is basically points that they can burn to bump up to act to after the fact to try and do better. The official rule is that you're supposed to spend it before, but I always much prefer if you have a thing like that to be able to do it after the fact, because it's just more useful that way. So that is an official Theater of the Mind player's hack. I don't know if Brad is going to add in like a burr, 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 or anything like that. But okay, so you're gonna spend
TMP
2.
hack.
Yes, I will spend 2.
Like the explosions come up.
But I imagine like while this is happening, her eyes just like first glaze over like a completely metallic silver, and then they just like randomly start slowly fading through the different colors of the rainbow, just because that looks super cool. I think it looks super cool.
Well, yeah. So she's got her, her haptics out and her hand, and she's Iron Manning stuff as her eyes glow. Right.
Jesus, this is the worst friggin' hack job ever.
And you get into the system, and the first system, the first level of the architecture is essentially a open voicemail box from for Cricket.
Okay.
And you see a projection of her, and she's an older woman with very angular 80s sort of face, short, shock, platinum blonde hair.
Rob, what about her emails?
You'll have to dig for those.
Okay. But I have her voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any messages or just the recording?
It's just let's see.
You probably get messages from me on there because
you kind of cycle through 2 or 3 amaretto messages of like, are you there? Hello? Come on.
Jesus Christ, Tequila Sunrise, you didn't have to leave so many messages.
Deckhead, she just loves to hear my voice. What can I say?
Are you just gonna call George's character every cocktail name that you can think of? Is that the running game?
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
How many car warranty voicemails are there too that you have to skip
Right.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
The Amazon package that you clearly did not order. So do you decide so that's the surface one. Do you go down to the next level 2?
Yeah, I'll go down the next level.
Okay, that one has another password that you have to break.
Okay, so it's another roll.
Mm-hmm.
Are we trying to hit 10 again, or is it higher?
This one is going to be, we'll just leave it at 10.
Okay. Oh no, I'll burn 3 luck.
Okay. Well, let me give you an option here.
Yeah.
Because this is central to the plot line, you are going to find this information. What we're really deciding here is if there are other complications that other people have to deal with for finding the information.
Oh, so what you're saying is I could succeed and somebody else will have to deal with something bad?
Yes.
I'll do that.
She's
I'm so shocked. The
those luck
surprise.
points. I don't want to. They're so delicious and tasty.
Also, none of y'all are in the same room as me, so you can't hit me.
I imagine that they're probably gathered on the main dock, and you're on the specific
gangplank, basically. Yeah.
Slip.
We're standing there discussing on if anyone's knocked recently. I rang the doorbell.
And I think so. This one you're taking a little longer, and I thought that would have been it. Okay, dang, maybe that's
Gloodle.
The rest of you see a light go on in one of the other boats. The boat that if this is the main the main dock. And this is the slip where Stux is, the boat opposite that, the light has gone on. What do you do?
Y'all, I think we got some company.
I'm going to try and... Do I recognize who it might be just from coming down with Cricket before, or
Why don't you go ahead and give me a... I feel like
Also, how nice is the boat with the light came on?
It's not like it's basically, this would have been a really sweet yacht 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of dinged up. It's the trim definitely looks a little dated. So either this person bought it used, or maybe hit a big score and bought it, but can't get rid of it now because, like when I bought my Ferrari, I thought there was going to be more money coming, and it never quite happened. So it's about that way. Like using your Nomad radar vehicle sense, that's what you're able to piece out there.
Could we be trying to break into the wrong boat?
No, I wouldn't lead you to the wrong boat.
You sure?
I'm sure. Rob even named it, so you know that it was.
maybe Rob just like, this isn't the boat, but man, I got a great name for it.
Go ahead and give me a streetwise roll, Amaretto.
Okay, streetwise. Okay. My streetwise is 6 + 6 for 12. And I rolled a 2, so that's a 14.
Okay.
Close there.
That dice in jail.
It didn't roll the bad number. It's okay.
Yeah. So well, so I'm going to give you the option here, Jordan. You can either know who it is and maybe have had a negative interaction with them, or you don't know who it is. Because I'll leave that up to you.
Let's go fun. Let's go. I know who it is, but maybe don't have the best history.
Okay.
It's the Bumpuses. Sorry.
So the person that is on the opposite boat, and perhaps on the reasons why Cricket's boat is located where it is that is the representative of the Tiger Claws, who is kind of the, for lack of a better term, manager of the area.
Yeah.
Manager / landlord / person whom you complain to when one of the other boats, is blasting their
like an alderman,
Neolithic punk at 3 a.m, when it is clearly posted, you play that at 4. So he comes out shirtless, covered in tattoos, and his name is Yama, or that's what everybody calls him anyway. And he's got a bottle of liquor in his hand, and he gets the edge of his boat and sees you and says, "Oh, you here to party, Amaretto? Come on."
Not today, Yama.
Every time you come down here, I say I will pour the most expensive champagne all over your body, and you refuse to me. When are you gonna go out on a date with me, baby?
Sometimes people just don't like to be sticky, Yama. I don't know how many times.
You look like you love to be sticky, baby.
Yeah, I know. You tell me that every time too. It doesn't change the fact that I don't. You'd think with all that tiger fur, you would not like it either.
It all comes out. It's synthetic. It's fine. Well, what about one of your friends? What if they want to be sticky? And you want to be sticky? Who wants to be sticky?
I would really rather not be sticky, I must admit.
I mean, I'm fine with being sticky after I punch you a couple times. Your blood gets all over me.
Now.
Ooh,
calm down.
Usually I hold off on that until the third date, baby.
Oh, you like fighting.
I nudge Winger and I'm like, he's Tiger Claw.
I mean, yeah, man.
Wait,
Mm.
you look familiar.
No, I don't. Never been over here
she
before,
has
ever.
those
Not once.
faces. She has like a sister that really gets around town. That's probably why.
That's yep. my
She's
sister.
very sticky.
She,
And she's very
Straight over there.
That's right, guys.
I don't know when Stux comes back out of the net. At what point she who's sticky now? I'm sorry. But that's when you blip through the password.
Okay.
The password was some collection of the letters S, Z, and 5, and you finally pieced out which thing it is. So getting through that password gets you into the third level, which allows you to access the voicemail or her mail system. And the last one that you are able to find is one from a guy by the name of Livewire. Livewire's message says, see you at the hot box at 7.
Okay. Hot box. Does it give a date for the message?
It was about it fits the timeline that Amaretto gave you.
So about 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
You said Livewire?
Mm-hmm.
Got something?
Stux. Gotta love ya.
Because now we can walk away from Yama.
Yeah.
You don't come on, babies. I got one for each of you.
How about
Bye,
you pour
Yama.
champagne on yourself and then you can lick it off? And that sounds like just as much fun. So
I really
I
want to stop
tap-
talking about stickiness and licking, and I want to leave. Can we leave?
I tap
We
on
have what we need.
Stux? No.
shoulders and start gently leading her down the dock away from Yama's boat.
But what kind of champagne?
The hot box and Livewire, between the 5 of you, are able to piece together that it is the Livewire is a brain dance bar. I'm sorry, the hot box is a brain dance bar. And
Sticky Yama is
Livewire
drink.
Sticky Yama. We'll put the recipe for the Sticky Yama up for our Patreons.
And Livewire, you can just get at Taco Bell, I think.
Yeah.
No, not anymore. That's Baja Blast.
Is another part of the city, and Livewire is a fixer. Well, son, you've had. You know of him. He's not so much a fixer so much as a bar manager who wants to become a fixer. Because he's the Yakuza has him as the legitimate manager of the hot box, and he doesn't really want to run a club where people go to plug in chips of people to have brain sex with, and would much rather do what he considers cool stuff. But you have no idea why Cricket would be going to meet him, or I mean, it might be connected to his masters, but like they don't have a relationship or anything like that.
She didn't mention anything about Livewire, and I relate that information to everybody. I know the hot box is a bit of a brain dance bar that Livewire that he runs, but Cricket doesn't really have a lot of connections to people that are trying to be up and coming in the fixing game, unless it's for a specific purpose.
Unless it's you.
Yeah. I'm the exception.
Was she into BDs?
Not that I've heard of. Cricket normally doesn't like to grow too much of a reliance on stuff. But she could have just not talked about it with me. We can always check out Hotbox, see if we can get a better lead from there.
Lead the way.
Yeah.
All right. And I give him the directions. Are we taking your car boost?
Well,
Shotgun.
some of you can fit.
Gonna boost it?
Yes. Describe the rhinestone firefly.
It is an El Komodo, which is basically based on an El Camino. It is a car with an open truck back. That's a bit beefier, so it can go off road, but still has all the Nomad contraptions on it, and has internal communication center, so with like comm units and tracking devices and all that kind of stuff. And then in the back is a scout bike that is a mono wheel that can lay sideways in the bed, basically to be flush with the back.
Nice.
So we cut to the rhinestone firefly as it pulls up to the hot box, and the logo for the hot box is a neon sign where hot is going this way and box is going this way, and the O is a open parted red lipstick lip.
Mm-hmm.
And you all, unless you're only sending one person in, you all make your way inside, and it has that feeling of a strip club on like a Wednesday night. Like nobody's excited to be there.
Oh, that's
Rough.
Never said it was a good brain dance bar.
Oh no.
So, for people who don't know, what the heck is a brain dance bar?
So the brain dances are basically you can plug the experience of a person into your brain to experience it. So if you've ever seen
an individual wears an object like a headband kind of thing, does an action, and it records all their motions, feelings, and sights. And then when you wear that same headband or the chip from it, you can feel the exact things they did.
Yeah.
Huh.
So either if they're having sex,
porno.
it feels like you're having sex, or if they're committing murder, it feels like you're committing murder.
Or if they're like
Or
petting
if
a
they're
puppy.
dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it feels like you're petting a puppy.
Oh my gosh. I would totally do that to like pet all of the animals.
That would be a really hot market for people that are allergic to animals.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh.
All
so
a bunch of nerds.
this
That
place
rocker boy game, and I'm
We're still really caught up on that glittle, guys. I'm sorry.
It's the gloodle.
The gloodle.
It's like a
So-
call of floodle.
so this is the kind of place that has like it's not even like a lot of brain dance bars have like basically private rooms where you go, you plug in the thing and this stuff happens, and this is more of like an open concept one that has just sort of like higher cubicle-ish walls.
Gross.
So you can just walk around seeing people with whatever's going on in their head.
Stux puts on gloves and slowly hands pairs to everyone else.
Winger
The-
looks at the gloves and hands them back.
The only
Yeah,
the
I
only
don't put them
people
on either.
the only people who aren't engaged in the brain dance arcade stuff are the security, and you can tell who they are because they're placed throughout the club at different vantage points, and they are all wearing bright polo shirts with popped collars. Some of them are wearing multiple shirts, so they have like 2 or 3 popped collars.
Are you
Kind of
Nice.
So they're
Serious?
80s bullies.
No, that's like late 90s. It's so,
That's so
why?
90s. Winger had the collar of her motorcycle jacket
She's
kind
like,
of up, and she like
this is
flattens it down.
retroactively uncool. Okay, you killed this look for me. Thank you. Anybody want to give me a streetwise roll?
Let's go.
Yeah. Can we all do that?
Yeah, everybody can do it. Because whoever gets the highest roll gets the plot cookie info.
That's a 16 for Amaretto.
So
Where
1d10
is
plus your
Streetwise?
base.
Am I dumb?
Yeah, plus the base, which I believe is intelligence.
Streetwise, very last column.
Last
Middle.
column.
Under
middle.
social skills.
There it is. Cool. Thank you.
You
13.
Okay. I'm asking the stupid questions, but so if it's streetwise and it's based on cool, you roll your cool plus your level of streetwise to
Plus 1d10. That's
plus
your
1 to
total.
10. Okay.
Oh,
I got an 18.
Oh, no.
Nice. 18's good.
I'm
For
pretty
those
cool.
of you at home, our
I got
skill
19.
categories
Damn it,
are
Stux.
awareness, body, control, education, again, because it's in a different column,
That does
fighting, performance, range, technique, social, and ranged again, because it's in another column.
All right, so Winger and Stux got 18 and 19.
Yes.
Can anybody beat that?
Nope.
Did anybody roll a 1 and get zapped? No?
I did roll a 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So did you re-roll and subtract?
Oh, no.
If you roll a 1, you roll a d10
Uh-huh.
and
Subtract
subtract
from my
it from
base.
Mhm.
Oh, no.
No.
Are you at a negative? Because that's important.
I'm not at a negative.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
I have a 4.
Okay.
Mm.
So
Right.
if you go negative on a skill roll, that's usually when we can do, critical fail, botch stuff. So that's
So
why
the fun stuff.
Yeah. So this may be more of a as soon as you heard about these guys, you're like, I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. So I think Stux and Winger, because your totals are so close, you both have had experience with this gang, who are known as the PCP, or the Popped Collar Posse.
Oh, God.
So for me,
And I think, as we're walking in, that's when Winger is like, ah, shit, no, the collar is going down.
I don't even have a collar, but I still want to put it down.
see, for me, like Jordan's talking about the puns, for me, it's coming up with themed cyberpunk gangs that you're like, we want to fight all of these motherfuckers.
We want to fight these people. Let's fucking go. LFG, y'all.
So when we walk in,
colors and color indicate
Oh.
who's the head.
Yeah.
And who's
They're like-
Oh yeah.
or which
Gross.
level,
Gross.
in which color.
Yeah, like the more
Yeah.
collars you have, the higher your rank is, and then I think, and
I
then
hope like
Thanks.
half of them are Dickies.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh,
that they had to make by cutting off that instead of I am an orc and I wear the ears of my
Every time you kill someone, you steal their collar.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I hate it. Thanks. I hate
The
it.
leader
Yeah,
wears the one with a
thanks.
little alligator on it. That's how you know he's. That's how you know he's.
I am the
Yo.
Izon of the Popped Collar Posse.
The second has little dude with a polo stick.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right.
So, when we walk in, can I pretend like I don't know them, walk up to the counter, buy the cheapest BD, and pretend to play it while still paying attention to what's going around?
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and give me a because
We're
you're
at a bar, so it's a golden tea BD. It's just.
I asked
The
for
BD of drinking alcohol.
Cornhole.
the BD of buying other BDs. So you have
It's Excel BD, and it's just you doing Excel spreadsheets.
Oh my God.
hours a day.
Y'all hook me up with that shit. I will do your Excel brain dances
Yeah.
all day long. Let me make your spreadsheets.
It's the high that you get when you find the
The proper
quick-
formula.
Yeah.
the formula
yeah.
to do something that was super annoying to do before.
Yeah.
And then you do it and it perfectly collates and you're like, yes.
Yeah. Tony's like, this shit's so fucking hot.
Type slower, type slower.
That's awful.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me a an acting roll.
Ooh, let's see.
It's going to be off your cool.
Let's see. Where is acting?
It's off of cool. It's a performance skill.
It's in the middle section under performance skills.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
First one there.
I got a 13.
All right.
The luckiest number of all.
We pull up some goon stats for our boys here.
Jaboy with the pop collar.
Yeah.
I'm just flashbacking to when that was cool for some reason.
I assume
Yeah.
they also have frosted tips to go with them, but
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but the frosted tips are like the rank insignias. So they're on the actual collar.
It also had used to have those like puka shell necklaces too.
No.
No.
The soul
That was
patch.
that's a different gang.
Is it a different?
That's their main
Shell boys,
rival.
The PSBs.
Yeah, the PSPs and the PCPs like to rumble, and it's a lot of "come at me, bro." No, you come at me, bro.
And they never come at each other.
They
ever.
never actually come at each other.
And
No,
their
no,
rank
no,
is
no.
how many puka shells they have.
The PCP is "come at me, bro," and the PSB is all like, dude.
Really,
Come at me,
dude?
bro.
Dude,
Come at me, bro.
really,
Dude.
Come at me, bro.
Dude.
I'm absolutely.
You mad, bro?
I'm absolutely. You had a 13. Yeah, these guys don't care. Like as long as you're not like tearing up the place, they.
Yet.
yeah, it's my hope if something does start, then I can just come up behind someone.
Yeah. So you go and sit on a couch and put the thing on, and you are whisked off to the wonderful world of Windows 95. Anyway, so since Winger and Stux, tell me about your relationship with the PCPs.
Me.
I'm
Okay.
wondering if maybe we did a job that put us on their bad side.
Or one of them is my ex.
Oh yeah, and I knocked this shit in once.
Yeah,
So they
like
hate us.
yeah, like it ended up being like it was a bad breakup, and he's like, come back, and I'm like, no, and you were just like, she
Fuck you,
said
buddy.
no, boom, and now like
click, 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 boom.
boom, yeah, right, yeah, just Golden Glove time, bam.
Yeah.
Did you is he here tonight?
Oh yeah, let's
yeah.
make it happen.
Oh yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Yes, best
Did you also
drama.
get demoted as it happened on
Yes.
Yes, and I made him look real bad.
So you're scanning
Ash's
across.
collar.
So you're scanning across the dimly lit club as the the. I imagine it's kind of that sort of trancey enigma-ish, like relax and chill out kind of music for when you're not
Right.
inside the BD.
Mhm.
And you're scanning. You have Winger. Do you have Cyber Eyes, right?
I do. I have
So I think we cut to
the
a Winger
Rambo
P-
5000.
The Rambo 5000 is scanning across, and you're like, and the little data things scrolling down. 85% chance PCP affiliation as like the collars like flash on your scan, and you scan to the next one, like 75% chance PCP affiliation, and you scan to the third guy, and your cyber eye just lights up because it's like 100% PCP affiliation, Trent, and then there's a little bit of a scanning line, and then says new cyberware installed.
Oh, great.
And
I think I grabbed Stux's arm right away and I'm like, Stux.
and he steps into the light, and you see that he has a cyber jaw installed from
Oops.
You
And
broke
he-
his fucking jaw.
Well,
I wonder if there'll be a better kisser now.
I can't control the golden Balboas.
And that is where we will end this episode of Theater of the Mind Players. Please join us next time to see what happens to the punks inside the hot box. Until then, just repeat to yourself, it's only a game. I should really just relax. Congratulations, fellow human! You've reached the end of an exciting episode of Theater of the Mind Players. If you enjoyed our story, please like the video. If you want more games, subscribe to our channel. Attack the bell for notifications on new posts. If you liked the episode, please tell us what you enjoyed the most in the comments. If you loved the episode, consider joining our Patreon. You'll get access to special shows, session zeros, and help us determine what we play on the show. We love our friends of Pat Rayon, and we hope to see you there.